Hey, good morning. Welcome to Viking Preparedness. I'm Pastor Joe Fox. So if you hang around the internet enough, and probably most of y'all do, if you've been in the prepper movement, the survivalist movement for any amount of time, which probably a lot of you have been and a few of you are new to it, you come upon things that people say. They're like truisms. They're like laws of survivalism that everyone knows this is true. And some of those things aren't always true. And so we're going to talk about one of those today. I did a video recently, and I'll try, eventually to find a link to it and put it down in the bottom there, on bartering. And going over various items, what's more valuable? Is this more valuable, or this more valuable, or this more valuable? Or what do you think would be easier to barter with? Would it be easier to barter with a pack of cigarettes or a mini bottle of Jim Beam? Which one do you think you could get rid of quicker to get what you needed? And there's a whole bunch of stuff on bartering out there. It's just like bugging out. I tell people bugging out should never be plan A. Bartering for what you need should never be plan A. Having and producing what you need should be plan A. And so there's that. But one of the things that came up, because I submit, I said it then and I still believe it now, a really good barter item is ammunition. And many people say, oh, everybody knows you don't barter ammo, man. Why would you want to give ammo to somebody who would then just turn it around or could turn around and use it on you? I would never do that, man. I would never give somebody ammo that they could use on me. Now think about it. I've got this little sack of just like odds and ends of ammo here, right? I've got some 12 gauge 5-shot. I got some 20 gauge number 3 buck. I got a bunch of 9mm, 45. Looks like 38 special, or yeah, probably 38 special, maybe 357. Heck, I even have 22 in here, right? These are easy to break down units, right? Well, I'll give you 2 of these and 1 of these for that. And people are like, oh no, man, never do that. Everybody knows, Pastor Joe, you don't want to give ammo to somebody that could shoot you. I guess that's a way of looking at it. I look at it differently. I look at a lot of things differently. Consider this. The person that you're going to trade barter ammunition with, they have a gun that presumably can shoot that ammo. Do you think that if I'm bartering with somebody and I've got a 5-shot and a, what is this right here, double-aught buck, right? Man killer. If I have these 2 rounds right here and I'm willing to barter them for, I don't know, a syringe or some medicine or, something, whatever. Do you think the guy who would be willing to take these in trade might already have a shotgun? Yeah. Right? I mean, that's understandable. Nobody would barter for ammo for a weapon that they didn't have. So that's one. Yeah, and he could turn that weapon against you, Pastor Joe. Yeah, he could. Do you think that he has no ammo for that gun? This is the only ammo he would have for that shotgun? Come on. Probably has ammo for it. Now, he might not have reams and reams of cases. There are many people out there, I know some of you will be shocked, who for their firearm only have, like a handful of ammo, all right? What's left of a box of 25 or what's left of a box of 10. And then if something were to happen, the balloon goes up, all of a sudden they're like, darn it, I probably need some more ammo because there's bad guys running around. Hey, I hear Pastor Joe's maybe bartering some ammo for some eggs. I'll go get some from him. But they probably, my point is, they probably already have a gun. They probably already have some ammo. And if they were going to do you harm, they would probably do you harm anyway, whether you barter them with some ammo or not. And yeah, right now I'm talking little numbers, but the principle applies to if I'm bartering a whole pickup truck full of 5.56 to somebody, right? Wish I had a pickup truck of 5.56. So that's point 1. Point 2 is this. The people who say that I would never barter with ammo with somebody because they would use it against me, who do you envision in your head you're bartering with? Do you think you're walking down to the main intersection, 5 miles away where just anybody drives by and just bartering it with Joe Bob and anybody? We're going to the marketplace. It's been reset up. Maybe. But the reality is, like everything else, it's going to start small and it's going to start close, and you're going to be bartering with people that you know or that you know of that are in your area, and two, that you can get to, right? Despite the fact that I tell people buy bicycles and spare parts, despite the fact that I think it's a great idea to have horses, I have no horses anymore, most people are going to be footbound, and so that limits, where you're going to go to barter in an event, assuming, there's no more gasoline flowing through the pipes and so on. But my point is, you'll be bartering ammunition, if you choose to do so, with people that are in your neighborhood, to speak of. Now, if you fear those people already, those people in your neighborhood, those people that are within walking range of you to go on a barter expedition, 2-hour walk out, 2-hour walk back, that's about, for most of y'all, about 5 or 6 miles away. If you fear them, you got bigger problems already. I look at it differently. Special Forces, 17 years. Amongst other things, we were trained to train people, right? So you drop 12 guys in the middle of somewhere, they link up with people, they train them, and they make an effective force, and then that force goes and fights the battle. The way I'm thinking about it, if bad guys of whatever form you want to think of are starting to roam around, therefore you need ammunition in your gun to defend you and yours, I want those bad guys to be engaged, to be shot at, to get in a fight out there, not right here. I would much prefer them to get shot at 5 miles away, the bad guys, whoever the bad guys are. Well, if that's going to happen, the people shooting at the bad guys need ammo. I want my neighbors. See, I don't fear prepared neighbors. I try to get my neighbors prepared. I want my neighbors to stock food and ammo. I want my neighbors to sit down after something goes off and go, well, I guess we ought to start thinking about eating that cow. How are we going to do that? As opposed to, we don't have anything and we need to go steal it. And so I'm all about helping my neighbors now and helping my neighbors then to create a strong community. And part of a strong community is the means of that community to defend itself. And if Farmer Bob finds himself caught short in an event and he doesn't have enough ammo, whatever that means, for his weapon, and I happen to have some extra bits and pieces that I'm willing to trade to him for, whatever I need, I'll give it to him. Because I'd rather Farmer Bob fight the bad guys than me fight the bad guys. It's all how you look at things. It's all how you look at your neighbors. And if you right now, because I get these comments all the time too, if you're looking around your neighborhood and you're like, oh man, I'm surrounded by meth heads and, gangbangers and just bad, horrible people now that you just can't imagine how much worse they'd be in an event, what am I going to tell you? Right, you need to move. I can't do that. You can, just walk. Another way of looking at bartering. There are myths out there in the prepper world. If you give it some critical thought, I think you might figure out that some of those myths are just that. They're not based in reality. They're based in some weird fantasy hunkering down in your bunker. Help your neighbors out. Be good to your neighbor. All right, I'll see you out there.